Malapit nang harapin ng dating Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte ang paglilitis sa International Criminal Court para sa confirmation of charges hearing. Pero may mahalagang tanong. Pwede ba siyang bigyan ng pansamantalang kalayaan habang hinihintay pa lang ang confirmation of charges hearing? Bago pa ito magsimula? Nangyari na ba ito noon? Yan ang pag-uusapan natin sa episode na to.
Para sa storyang legal, paminaw kang fiskal.
Hi everyone, Fiscal J here and welcome to Legal Weapon. Storyang legal, kauban si Piskal. Sa ICC ay pwedeng humiling yung suspect o akusado ng interim release habang naghihintay ito sa kanyang paglilitis. Mapapansin nyo, sinabi ko suspect o akusado. Kasi sa ICC, kapag hindi pa na-confirm yung charges, ang tawag sa kanila ay suspect. Pero pag na-confirm na yung charges, ang tawag sa kanya ay magiging akusado na. Dito sa atin sa Pilipinas, naman pag nasa police station pa, ang tawag sa mga nahuli ay suspect. Kapag meron ng habla na na-file sa piskalya, ang tawag sa kanila ay respondent. Pero pag nag-file na ng case ang piskalya sa korte, ang tawag sa kanya ay accused na. So yan ang kaibahan ng konte sa ICC at dito sa atin sa Pilipinas. Ang interim release or pansamantalang pagpapalaya ay allowed under Article 60 of the Rome Statute. Nakasaad sa batas na dapat hindi siya flight risk, hindi siya makikialam sa ebidensya o testigo at may sapat na dahilan para ikonsidera ang pansamantalang pagpapalaya gaya ng edad o kalusugan. Kinukonsidera rin ang bigat ng kaso. Kaya lang, kinukonsidera rin ng ICC judges yung kapangyarihan at influence ng nasasakdal. Kaya nga po, pabirong sinabi ni Attorney Conte sa interview na ni Karen Davila na nagpapasalamat siya sa mga supporters ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte dahil sa kanila daw ay napatunayan na meron pa daw influensya at kapangyarihan si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Kikita raw na kahit sa Facebook, ang dami nila, tapos tinatakot pa yung mga ICC judges, hinaharas, pati yung mga biktima, binubuli. So pakinggan natin yung interview ni Karen Davila kay Attorney Conte.
Now, Attorney Conte, I want to ask you to close. The Duterte supporters are spamming the ICC judges, no? They are apparently attacking the websites. How does this affect Duterte's case?
Well, one, it tells the ICC we need to take jurisdiction, we need to take cognizance of this case because if we throw back this case to the Philippines, magkakagulo. Two, I think it weighs against the grant of an interim release. Precisely in the same manner, he would ask to go back to the Philippines, mahirap yan. Third, conviction. Because Duterte precisely laid out this plan of vilification, of othering, ang mga addict deserve naman niyang mamatay. The ICC will see that this philosophy has really latched in and therefore this is part of the system. And then lastly, there could be additional charges. So Article 70 of the Rome Statute talks about offenses against the administration of justice. And if you intimidate an official of the court for the purpose of, and I'm reading this, of forcing or persuading the official not to perform or to perform improperly his or her duties, Duterte could have additional charges if these attacks could be traced back to him.
Oo. So kumbaga, hindi nila tinutulungan si
Totoo.
dating Pangulong Duterte.
Nakasasama, hindi niyan mapapalaya si Duterte. Kaya siguro pag nilaya nila kung anong gagawin dahil kung hindi matalino yung pag-engage mo sa court, kung hindi tama yung paraan ng pag-engage. Because the proper way would be to perhaps write to the court and ask for an opportunity to be heard, not spam the social media. That's not an official kumbaga, communication channel of the court.
So yun ang interview ni Attorney Conti kay Karen Davila na sinabi niya na hindi nakakatulong yung mga bashing doon sa mga ICC judges sa mga supporters ni dating Pangulo Rodrigo Roa Duterte. So anyway, ang tanong naman ngayon ay meron na bang ginawang application yung abogado ni dating Pangulong Duterte? Sa panayam po ng Manila Standard kay Nicholas Kaufman, ayon sa British-Israeli lawyer, may karapatan si Ginoong Duterte na pansamantalang makalaya pending trial. Ipinunto niya na ang pansamantalang pagpapalaya ay naapektuhan lamang ng tatlong kadahilanan. Una, ang panganib ng pagtakas. Pangalawa, ang panganib ng pakikialam sa ebidensya o mga saksi. At pangatlo, ang panganib ng patuloy na krimen. Sabi niya, wala ni isa sa mga ito ang umiiral sa kasulukuyang sitwasyon. Sinabi rin ni Kaufman na they are now working on that but the timing of when they intend to introduce such an application is yet to be decided. Siyempre nga naman, baka hindi ma-confirm ang charges, so hindi na kailangan yung mga application. Kasi pag hindi na-confirm yung charges, meaning the case won't proceed to trial, and accordingly, the former president will be released from the custody of the ICC. Ang tanong ngayon ay kung nangyari na ba ito dati. Ang sagot, yes. Interim release has been granted before, but in ways that many found questionable and absurd. The case where the ICC allowed an interim release was the case of Jean-Pierre Bemba, dati pong Vice President ng Democratic Republic of Congo during the transitional government nila after the Second Congo War. Siya po ay inaresto dun sa Belgium ng 2008. So siya po yung nag-grant ng interim release, but technically, although it was granted, in reality, he was never actually released because his applications in other cases were denied. So, kaya sinabi ko kanina parang absurd kasi na-grant nga yung interim release niya sa isang kaso, sa iba naman na-deny. So, bale, wala rin. It's really absurd. Jean-Pierre Bemba is now the Deputy Prime Minister and at the same time, the Minister of Defense of Democratic Republic of Congo. There was also a time when the ICC granted an application for release. It was the case of Laurent Gbagbo. He was the former president of Ivory Coast. But the funny thing is, Gbagbo's application for interim release was only granted after he was acquitted. So, it really defeats the purpose of interim release kasi isipin nyo, na-acquit ka na. Ngayon pa lang na-grant yung application mo for interim release. So, you may ask, ba't kailangan pa ng interim release kung acquitted na siya? Kasi sa ICC kasi, unlike here in the Philippines na merong double jeopardy, once the accused is acquitted in the Philippines, hindi na pwedeng mag-apila yung prosecutor. Maka-apila lang yung prosecutor only in extreme cases where there is a grave abuse of discretion on the part of the lower court judge. Sa ICC kasi sa ICC pwedeng mag-apila yung prosecutor. Kaya in the meantime, dapat merong interim release para makalabas yung tao pending yung desisyon ng apila niya. Now, itong interim release subject to strict conditions. Example, yung dapat surrender mo yung passport mo, no contact with the witnesses, no public statements. Dapat the person will regularly report to the authorities. Tsaka dapat presidente ka ng host country. So, yun ang mga conditions pareho na binigay kay dating Presidente Gbagbo at kay dating Vice President, ngayon Prime Minister Jean-Pierre Bemba. So in the case of former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, for sure, his lawyers, ever they will file an application for interim release, for sure they will undertake, among others, to render the passport, not to contact the witnesses, not to make any public statement, to regularly report to authorities, and be a resident in a host country. Kasi in his case kasi, the Philippines is no longer a member of the ICC, kaya in his case, pwede yung Netherlands maging host country niya para yung Netherlands yung magkakandak ng 24 hours surveillance sa kanyang house arrest at saka para hindi siya makalipad. So, yun ang usually magiging conditions for the approval, the request for interim release. Pero sa nakita na natin sa history ng ICC, walang masyadong precedent na they allow or they grant the application for interim release. Ang nakita ko lang ito kay Jean-Pierre Bemba at Laurent Gbagbo. Wala na akong nakitang iba. Baka hindi ko na nakita, pero based on my research, itong... And now that you have been enlightened about precedents about interim release, what do you think will happen to our former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte? Do you think the ICC will grant his request or he will remain under the custody of ICC? I'd really appreciate hearing your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you found this video insightful, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and tap the notification bell so you won't miss future episodes. Lastly, don't forget to explore my other YouTube channels, Logic Dreamscape, where I pour my heart into lo-fi and electronic music, and my YouTube channel, John Luwalhati, where I share my original songs with heartfelt lyrics. Maraming salamat for watching. I hope this episode has brought you clarity and insight on the topic of interim release. And now, I leave you with the final lines of my song. May you be reminded of His perfect timing.
Frustrations, teach me how to wait and be calm in silent prayer. Infuse me with serenity amidst life's much uncertainty. Teach me, Lord, to just be still, letting life bend to your will. Letting life